an incredibly exciting time for Dr. Marjorie Dixon. Give her a big round of applause because you've been very busy, okay? I'm not going to get you to say it. We're going to show everyone what you have been up to. Take a look at this.
We are here for the grand opening of the new Anova Fertility and Reproductive Health, which is my baby. It's been a long time coming, and it is the ideal for women's fertility treatment and women's health care. Well, because I actually had fertility therapy in a variety of clinics, both in the US and Canada, and I didn't feel like the approach to care was from the patient's perspective, and it wasn't from a woman's perspective. It wasn't a calm environment. There wasn't a lot of attention to the details that make a lot of difference in people's ability to, even if the care is not successful, to feel like they are heard, like they are being considered, and also that all of their needs, not just pumping people with medications or seeing them for getting eggs out of them or in vitro, but also looking at the woman as a whole and having emotional support and other allopathic therapy. The feedback that I'm getting from patients, that all of us are getting from the patients, is that they really love the environment. They feel also like this individualized approach to patient care and the accessibility and the timeliness of their care makes a difference to their overall well-being. And I already get people saying, like, this is the best thing ever. Why don't other people do this? And you know what? Amen. Like, may it happen. May everybody decide that this is the way to go.
It is ready for business. It's shocking for you to even see that.
Yeah.
People are in there, in that building, in that 15,000 square foot building, and it belongs to you, and you're helping women out with their health care. Amazing, Marjorie. I'm so proud of you.
It's like a dream.
It's incredible.
It's so cool.
Thanks to you, also, everyone is going to be taking home a gift bag from Anova. So she's brought a gift bag for us. Really quickly, before we get into our topic, what are the sorts of healthcare, areas that will be covered at Anova?
So it's for all aspects of a woman's lifetime of health, right? So there's premenopausal, there is during a reproductive lifespan, there's fertility care, so we do IVF, in vitro, etc.
Yeah.
Ovulation, we've already got lots of people pregnant already. It has
nice.
good juju, you know?
She's just knocking people out left, right, and center.
And no sperm I have.
That sounded terrible.
Well, you know.
Awful.
With other people's, I can't fix it.
Just,
too late.
Yeah. But that's what you do. You do fertility. So part of the whole process, the reproductive process, it has to do with libido. And I can't tell you the amount of, Facebook posts, emails I get sent directly, letters I get sent directly from women and men that have issues with low libido. We want to spend some time talking about it. So is there a name for this?
Yeah, so it's called hypoactive sexual dysfunction, so sexual desire dysfunction. So desire is a continuum, right? It's not like you wake up one day and you have great libido and the next day it falls off.
Right.
Especially for women, it's very multifactorial. There are a lot of things that impact how you feel about sex and your sexuality. And actually, it says 43% of women have some kind of, or have experienced in their lifetime sexual dysfunction. So they wondered why they didn't have more of a drive. But 43% is almost 50%. So kind of like 1 in every 2 women.
So half.
Yeah.
But what is classified as dysfunction?
So
is it that like you've gone for a certain amount of time without?
No, it's not a time-related thing. It is that you have no real interest in sex. You have also no sexual fantasies. You don't think about it at all. And it bothers you. So that's what makes it dysfunctional.
Okay.
It's okay to not be interested in sex if it doesn't bother you.
Okay.
But if you feel disrupted, like what's wrong with me, there's something that you need to address because it's not who you knew you were or who you are, then that's something that you need to address.
So this is when it's beyond, it's not as simple as, well, there are dishes in the sink. I can't have sex with you right now.
Yeah, no.
It's way beyond this. This is like there's no desire.
Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe the dishes in the sink will make you feel like not sexy.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit
you know what's sexy? When the dishes are done.
I know.
Right?
And it's somebody you love did the dishes.
Yes.
Hot.
That's hot.
But it's different in as much as it's something that's pervasively disruptive to you.
Okay.
So, and then there are a whole bunch of things that can actually contribute to it. So it's important to know that people want to, like, I want my sex drive back, I want to take a pill, I want some magic wand, I want to do something, talk to something and I'll be fixed. And it's not exactly that. And it's not just that way for women, it's that way for women and men too.
Right.
It's just that men have testosterone, which drives, this androgen drive is a little bit different, so their drive is different. But if you have other disruptive things, relationships, psychological things, physical physical things, life stressors. Gosh, life is stressful. We talk about on Cityline all the time about how stress impacts your health, impacts everything, but it impacts your libido quite particularly, and our lives are stressful.
Yeah, they are. So what can you do about it? Is there anything you can do about it?
It's important to look at all of the things in your life, your relationship. Is there something in your relationship? So if there's been infidelity in the past, that can make you, even if you do feel like you want to be with this person, that may kill it for you, right? And so maybe you need some psychotherapy and talking or couples therapy about that.
Right.
If you have a chronic illness, if you have hypertension, diabetes, something else that you're being treated for, that impacts how you feel about yourself, so your drive won't be the same. But for women, particularly because our reproductive lifespans are marked by the hormones, we might even notice during our reproductive years that there's a period between the end of your period and where you ovulate, kind of like days 7 to 14 of an average cycle, where you feel a little bit more randy. Yeah. So that's related to your hormones.
Right.
So that's estrogen. So as you are getting ready to ovulate, when estrogen gets higher and higher, your libido goes up.
Okay.
So imagine what happens at menopause.
It goes down. Way down. And then what I've also heard from women that are going through menopause is that it can also be painful on top of that. So not only is the desire there, but sex doesn't feel good anymore. And so then why would you even want to go there?
Exactly. So estrogen has an effect on the vaginal tissues.
Yeah.
So that the vaginal tissues actually, we talked about this before, shrink up. So it becomes more uncomfortable to have intercourse. So that's where so if that's your issue and it's menopause, which it is for many women, then you have to think about alternatives, because you can still you can still be aroused, you can still have an orgasm when you're postmenopausal. It's not like menopause happens, it's done.
Right.
However, you have to mix it up a bit. And I think that it's important for partners to understand that this is normal. The waxing and waning of your desire, like after you've had a baby, when you're pregnant, pregnancy can be fun for women because your estrogen's like sky high, right? But then after,
don't touch
your
me.
Estrogen, don't touch.
I haven't slept in a week.
I know, and then you have a baby hanging off your breast all the time. So that also will kill your drive, right?
Absolutely.
When you put that baby down, baby's having a nap, you're not like, let's go. You're let me sleep for a minute, right?
Yes.
So when you have particular life changes also, so having a baby, if someone passes away, if something you move, if you lose your job, all of these things will have an impact on your libido. So it's important to, if it's bothersome to you again, identify what is the situational thing and then look at that thing and see if you can improve it. If your life is too stressful, well, you have to figure out how to meditate, figure out how to exercise, figure out how to remove the stressor from you so you can be back to that person that you are sexually. And then talk with your partner, because it's important whether you're the male in the situation, because it's not always the women don't want sex and the men are ready. Often the woman's like, hello, and he's like, eh. So when that happens, it's important to talk and understand maybe what you wouldn't know what's going on in someone's brain, because sex is not just the intercourse is an action. But for women, sex is very emotional. And if in the emotion you're not there, or hormonally you're not there, or you have some kind of medication that you're taking that kills your drive, so antidepressant medications or antipsychotic medications. So it's important to identify what can be contributed to your libido or lack thereof, and then see if you can improve upon it.
Okay, good. And obviously it's a conversation between adults. If you're both not feeling it and you're both fine with that, there's no problem.
No problem.
There's no problem
at all. Watch TV, eat popcorn, and fall asleep.
That's right. All right, really good advice, Marjorie. Let's go to break. We've got more coming up.